folks, Leva back here again for another video, and today I have a couple very Bro.
Mr. Q. Mr. Q.
Okay.
It's really windy, I'm freezing, so we really have to get out of here. Hi, my name is Carson.
Anyways, we were saying, this is Carson. Me and him have been friends for a couple years, like internet friends. We've never officially met, but this is the first time we've ever officially met in person. He used to have a YouTube channel, I mean he still does, but he made all of his videos private, called Cinema Baits. He used to do the same thing I do, Blu-ray hunting videos, Blu-ray updates. He used to be a Blu-tuber, and this year is a top-notch Blu-tuber.
Oh, come on. This is my friend Brett.
So Carson, why did you stop doing, videos?
Because I was going off to college. I just got sort of burned out by it. That's really it, man. It was fun. I had a good time, but it was just time to move on. I still buy Blu-rays, not as much as I used to. My love for movies hasn't changed at all. I'm sure I'll buy some movies today since I'm with you.
Oh, you will, dude. We're going to just replay it.
And if they have my favorite movie there, I will buy it for you. It's a murder mystery from 1973. It's called The Last of Sheila. But if you like Clue or The Hateful Eight or something like that, it would be up your alley.
And I am in a little town called Indianapolis. I thought I'd take a mini vacation with these two gentlemen here. You look a little bit like Eli Roth.
Ooh, one of my favorite directors. Just kidding.
Really?
Every movie he's ever made is garbage. Profit is a big part of today's society.
Basically, what happened is Brett found a haunted house he wanted to go to, and then he found out that there was a clown in it. Well, Brett, if you were really afraid of clowns, we wouldn't be here with Leva.
Oh, no!
Wait, hold on, no. I'm not gonna. No.
Oh, yes, he did.
I'm not gonna be mean to
Oh,
Leva.
yes,
that
he
was
did.
a joke. It was so simple. That's the last time I'm being mean to Leva. He has too many friends that are mean to him.
Someone told me recently, dude, I hate just about every single person on your channel because they're all dicks. If you're one of my subscribers to where you don't like most of the people on my channel, then you'll like Carson, because there's not one bad thing about this guy.
Oh,
6 months, y'all whack as fuck. Fuck you looking at.
is this the quality people you have in Indiana?
Yeah.
This is overwhelming.
I'm gonna buy everything in here.
Hopefully it's not hard for me to find something good in here. I want my collection to be things that kind of represent me. If someone walks in, they look at my collection, they can kind of get an idea who I am.
Yeah,
and of course
yeah.
I want movies that I feel like watching all the time.
The way it used to be is that, like, I used to just buy movie, just because, like, oh, this is $2, oh, this is $4. I'm gonna get it, and I heard it was good, yada yada. But now I'm so careful about, like, what I buy.
Yeah, I think when you start collecting Blu-rays, you just want to get a big collection.
Exactly, like, that's how it is. But, like, I feel like every Blu-ray collector goes through the same steps. The same mental steps, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Carson, you ever see the movie Cloud Atlas?
No, I've been intimidated by the runtime and the directors.
It is very original. It's a fantastic movie. You ever see Burn After Reading?
Yeah, I have seen that. I like a lot of the other Coen Brothers movies a lot more.
I know, that's what a
But
lot of people
like if
say.
I'm feeling Clooney, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And if I'm feeling the Coen Brothers, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And if I'm feeling Brad Pitt, I'm gonna go somewhere else. So.
But if you're feeling all of them at once, you go for this, right? Another one I'd recommend, Gran Torino.
Gran Torino is one of those, like, there's moments of masterpiece in Gran Torino, like with some of the things with Clint Eastwood specifically as an actor, and then also as a director he does some really cool things. But then it can go from a really great film to just some of the acting from his neighbors are just horrible. And some of the dialogue is so bad, and so it just goes from like what could be a masterpiece to really average. But I do enjoy it, and I have it in my collection. So.
I do feel like the presentation is kind of average, like the way it's directed and stuff like that. But overall, like the writing and just the story and the acting is fantastic.
Get Shorty, really good movie. You know how when Tarantino came out with, he did Reservoir Dogs and he did Pulp Fiction, and then after Pulp Fiction, just all these directors started copying him. This is almost the most Tarantino movie that's not a Tarantino movie. I finally found one I'm gonna get The Road, and it's a really good like post-apocalyptic movie. If you want to see Sean Penn having sex with James Franco.
This guy here is probably the biggest Sean Penn fan you guys will ever meet.
I just don't understand why he's not more popular in like the fandom of Bluetooth.
I thought you were gonna be like, oh, just like in general, but no, just in Bluetooth.
One of my favorite movies of all time, Dead Man Walking. He lost an Oscar to Nicolas Cage. You like the Chucky movies, but you're not a fan of the Wrong Turn movies? These are my Chucky movies. I love the Wrong Turn.
Oh, so like that's like your favorite?
Yeah, this is... I mean, I'd rather watch Wrong Turn 6 than Friday the 13th Part 6, you know what I mean? Here's the thing with Friday the 13th. The first 4 movies, I feel like, are, for what kind of movies they are, is a really enjoyable story. It all takes, well, the first movie takes place, I don't know, like a decade before or something, but 2, 3, and 4 are all in one weekend, and you can kind of watch them all back to back, and it ends. 6 just kind of restarts the whole thing, and I don't like it from that point forward. I found one of my favorite movies of the year.
What?
It's called The Endless. There's a movie that came out in 2012 called Resolution. It's the same universe, so before you watch The Endless, you have to watch Resolution, but they're both kind of sci-fi, horror. You like movies that take place in one location, and that's both of these movies. This is probably my second or third favorite movie of the year. I really thought it was great.
Which film do you prefer?
I don't know, I've seen Resolution like 30 times, and I've seen The Endless maybe 3. So I'd go with Resolution now, but The Endless is probably a better movie. But you know, the same directors who did both those movies, they did a horror movie called Spring, and that's probably their best movie. But it doesn't take place in the same universe.
How old are you two?
23 and 22. He'll be 23 in a couple of days. Hello, Joe. So you just met the director of this. He was
Sort
a nice
of.
guy?
Sort of met him.
Was he nice?
Yeah, he was nice. He just like had to go out to dinner.
It's in the reconnaissance, which I'm always down for. There were a couple of years there where he was just killing it with everything. Oh, God. You want to know something kind of funny with that?
What?
Actually, it's a really personal story. Mom, why does Uncle Blank have all these stuffed animals in his house?
He has sex with them?
No!
I got 2 movies and he got how many?
I got 3.
And how many did you get, Brett?
I got dose.
Now we're going to, where are we going next?
BJ's. Can we tell you about what happened on our way here? We leave Brett's apartment. We stopped at this really sketchy motel that had a sign out in front of it that was like... I told Brett that we should get the hell out of there because there was some kind of like satanic cult that... Brett decides we're good. We're gonna go sleep. Thankfully, in the morning we were able to escape.
I see Target.
We don't want Target, Layla.
Do you want Dick's?
No, we want BJ's.
What's your name?
Bates.
That's one thing that makes me angry. Your last name is Bates, but your favorite Hitchcock film isn't even Psycho.
And I brought a t-shirt that's Psycho, and I didn't wear it just to annoy you.
So, Brett, do you drink a lot of alcohol?
I do, yeah.
Really?
I have more alcohol in my body than I have blood.
He had a headache, he drank beer, he doesn't have a headache.
Is that dependency?
You'll probably have a headache in the morning, though.
So I'm just gonna have to drink then too.
Brett, don't sell yourself as an alcoholic.
I'm the fun alcoholic.
I'll tell you guys what, this is one of the biggest menus I've seen in a long time.
It's like a Scorsese screenplay.
He almost walked out of Inside Out because of the clown.
It was uncomfortable. He was running, he was chasing him, and he was like, "Did somebody say birthday?"
Carson, you said earlier that you love whodunit
Yes.
films, but you said like not just any whodunit films. You're like, I like specific kind of whodunit films that are exactly like this. I'm
My
like,
definition
okay.
of a whodunit is different than your definition of a whodunit. You would call The Usual Suspects a whodunit. I would call that a
And I would
mystery.
call Jigsaw a whodunit.
A whodunit is when you have a group of people in one location and they start dying off one by one.
And what were your thoughts on The Hateful Eight?
It was a whodunit until it kind of is, but it reveals so early, and then you have another hour of knowing everything.
All Tarantino movies to me are amazing, and I think they're perfect movies in the way, like the genre that they're set in. But if you were to watch every single Tarantino movie as if it were a comedy, they're also like the funniest movies ever. Can I get another beer?
Sometime in the next couple of years or so, we should hang out. But then I thought, like, oh yeah, like
He's gonna make a joke about your death of alcoholism.
Yeah, you
That's
say
what
that.
that's what Alex Lane was about to do.
I'm limbered up and
He's
I'm
like,
ready.
oh yeah, the next time I'll see Brett is at his funeral when he dies of alcohol poisoning.
Oh, that.
The next time I see Brett is gonna be his mugshot after he. You okay, Layla?
come with more stories about Brett dying of alcoholism.
Yeah, do more. I love them.
Do more.
Yeah, more.
Brett can laugh, but only when he drinks his sorrows away.
I laugh at my hopes and dreams as I see them go out the window.
Like,
Well, we
it's
found his
funny.
style of humor.
This
Maybe
is
White House.
Wait, hold on. No, wait,
Whoa,
hold on,
why am I helping you?
Wait, first of all, he's got all these on camera. I'm not gonna make any more jokes. I'm just gonna wait for my dessert that we ordered, which is called like a baga boga boga or something like that.
Is there beer in it?
But in fact, nobody is a worse alcoholic than my Uncle Ed.
Like we got Fireball.
Like, I think maybe you should go to a rehab for a while and try to.
Fucking rehab for quitters, man. That's for fucking pussy pansy ass motherfuckers.
I don't know why we're laughing so hard at alcoholism.
Yeah,
It's a very serious
It's okay, my
subject.
therapist makes the same jokes.
People are gonna think like these guys are nice to Leba and they're good people and they actually talk about movies and stuff like that. And then we get to this part and then Carson's just like,
We have a 8-hour trip to you. I'm thinking he might drive a couple hours, right? To be fair, I get to his apartment and this man cracks open some beer.
It was Bud Light, the driving beer.
are you gonna pour your alcohol on that? I'll pay for your dessert.
Oh, Brett, why'd you
Oh
do
my
that?
God, why
Oh,
did you?
God.
Because if I'm being honest, it's not that bad.
Oh, God.
Have you considered going to like rehab?
Rehab is only best when it's sung by Amy Winehouse in the year 2006 on the album Back to Black.
Right now, we're going to be going to a haunted mansion. I'm scared of clowns. Go talk to him behind you. The guy behind you. Yeah. Yes.
He's scared of clowns.
I prefer when this is more interactive in that direction.
Hey, I'm James Dean. Oh, well,
We just got out of Buffalo Wild Wings, and now we are going to be going to a Regal Cinema to see the film Halloween. I did see half of the movie with my good buddies Andrew Buddick, Mally McCallie, and Paul Flores. Brett, who walks up an escalator? Alrighty, guys, we made it to the movie theater.
Brett said he's walking out of the theater if it's even a couple seconds into the movie.
Correct. I'm gonna go to a bar and I'm just gonna enjoy myself.
Dude, you're really like that stressed about this if you miss like the first 2 seconds?
Oh, Alex Leba.
Are you gonna get a refund if you walk out of the
Yeah, no, I will. I've done it before. I had to do it for Predator. I came in, it was like, because I thought it started at a different time. I walked in, it was like 5 minutes into the movie, I just walked out, I was like, I'm gonna come to the later show. I was such a dick about it too. I was just like, so I thought it was at a different time, and I'm not gonna pay for this, so I'll be back later and I'm gonna use the same ticket. And they were like, before they could even be like, oh, sir, I was out the door.
I got you, bro. There's your ticket.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you're seeing Halloween?
I'm a big Halloween guy.
He said Halloween was his first ever R-rated movie that his parents let him watch.
Caddyshack was #1 because of titties. Big old fat titties. Yeah.
You see the new Halloween yet, bro?
I have not seen it yet. I still gotta go see Venom.
Why?
Why? I love cheesy movies. People were like, it's so bad, it's so bad. And I'm like, guys, everything I've heard about this movie, it sounds like it would have done amazing in '96, which is how I like my superhero movies.
The babysitter scene could have been horrifying, but they kept trying to throw jokes in it that killed the mood, and jokes just were not landing.
Right? It was horrible.
I
There's so
agree.
many useless scenes and conversations, and they just threw in more characters for him to kill. The 2 cops in the car when they're talking about the peanut butter sandwiches. I was enjoying the movie, and then right when it started going downhill, when the kid who wants to dance instead of hunt, the father just parks the car when a horrible situation's going on that you would not want to leave your kid in. And he gets out of the car. And he just leaves his kid in the middle of the night with all these crazy people walking around in a busted up bus.
Yeah.
And the kid's just like, Dad, why'd you leave me?
I thought the movie was okay. It was decent. It could have been a lot better. It's kind of a disappointment, but there's still a lot of cool stuff in it. The dialogue at times was kind of cringe. Not every single attempt at humor was terrible and cringy, but a lot of it was. And like Brett said, it kind of killed the mood. Some of it kind of worked. There's some unintentional humor.
Danny McBride,
Danny
like,
McBride.
I like his stuff, like he makes me giggle. This time I was like, I could tell what the stuff he wrote was too, and I was like,
Yeah. It's like David Gordon Green was like, yo, I'm writing a movie, but I want some comedy in it to kind of ease out the more tense moments. So he calls up his buddy, Danny McBride. Can you write some jokes for me to throw on the script? That's what his entire
I don't know if
writer's credit went to the jokes.
Actually,
But in terms of presentation and the directing and shot composition and all of that stuff,
don't give 'em
it was
credit.
decent.
Oh, it was fine.
It was fine. It wasn't anything noteworthy, though. I just felt it was standard. We're about to get an Uber, so we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Are you gonna kill us back here?
Yeah, hell no. Make sure nobody there. Damn scooters are coming out of the woodworks right now. Do that. Scooters, take out the damn cars. Yeah, go ahead, so you can sideswipe somebody's car, you freaking moron. Dumber than freaking dog shit. Excuse my French. A little faster there, bud. Lights be green for 20 minutes. I gotta get the next one. I'm gonna sideswipe somebody's car, though. Dumber than a box of rocks, I'm telling you. You got better luck giving rabies shots to the damn Easter bunny. He's gonna mess around and hit somebody's brand new car. That $200 gonna be shit when he's paying like $12,000 in damages. Buy you a pickup truck, homie. I gotta do that 90 mile an hour because I gotta charge skitters. I just got called everything but a white man 10 minutes ago.
You got called everything but a white man?
Yeah, I even give this black couple a ride 6 blocks extra. When I wasn't supposed to, just be nice, you know, because they had a kid. Went out my way to help them out. Even bought their kid a Happy Meal because they had no money and the kid was starving.
Damn.
And then I still get told I'm nothing but a cracker white trash honky. I was madder than the whore in church I had for 2 weeks on a period.
Did you take the higher road or did you throw back some insults?
I just told him, get the hell out. Oh my God, I went on my way to feed somebody's kid. Then the guy asked me if I was racist. Oh no, I'm not racist, I just fed your damn kid. And I don't even know you, and you're black. Yeah, sure, of course. What do you think? I don't know who the hell you are. I was trying to be nice, you know what I mean?
No, hey,
The lady told me she's going to call in on me. She got the car, she goes, I'm going to call in and get you fired. I'm going to tell them that you was racist. I said, it's okay, sweetheart. I said, there's 3 cameras in this van that record audio and video at all times. Go right ahead, because as soon as we go to court, my lawyer's going to countersue you, and Dad's going to get paid.
Yeah.
Well, I think you did a good thing, and that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up extremely poor. We didn't have nothing. I don't wish that on anybody. I want you guys to work thinking about this one answer to this one question.
All right.
If I was racist, do you really think I'd drive all the way to the city and Uber around and live every single race that there is known to man in Indianapolis?
No, you're not racist.
Right? I'm one out of 16 kids. And I'm the only man in the family that's with a white lady.
No, but see, this isn't helping your not racist story, right? If you're the only one not married to it.
Well, no. It wasn't like
Thank you so much for the ride.
I'm not a bad guy. I'm not sexist. I'm not racist. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Have a good one.
That dude was coked out of his mind.
So you didn't think any of that was funny?
No, I did not think any of that was funny.
You have no sense of humor. That was one of the funniest experiences I've been through in so long.
You called him out for being a racist with his family.
That was so funny.
I literally started grabbing my seatbelt.
He was like,
I thought he was about to turn around.
Dude, he was like, no, I'm not racist. I'm not racist. Every single one of my siblings married a black or Mexican except me. And that's why I'm not racist. And I'm like, wait a minute. See, this isn't helping your not racist story, right? If you're the only one not married to it.
It wasn't like
That guy was obviously a racist.
Yeah. You think he was coked up, Brett?
Yeah, he was coked out of his
I wasn't
mind.
sure. When we got in there, I thought there was some funky smell.
I laugh at things that are funny.
I was egging the guy on, I did get a little nervous when I basically called him a racist.
Carson, I thought he was about to turn around. I was like playing scenarios in my head. I was like, I'm gonna have to restrain this cab driver.
I thought of the joke, and I'm like, Laba's recording. I've got to throw this out there. It's another memory for the trip.
A few things he said I just didn't really understand. Like, for example, the Easter Bunny thing.
Stupid is giving a rabies shot to Easter
Oh,
Bunny.
wait, no, you're not.
Not only is this video a Blu-ray hunting video, not only is it a vlog, not only is it a Halloween movie review,
Not only is it a reason for you not to do coke,
not only is it an intervention for Brett's alcoholism.
Brett is not an alcoholic, by the way.
Dude, I can't believe we're being pulled over.
Wait, do not.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Hey,
Okay.
how's it
Do
going?
you have ID on you?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys from North Carolina?
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
The two of us. He's not. He's not.
Alright, so I pulled you over because you didn't signal your turn.
Oh, I didn't?
Honestly, I just try to watch out for this hotel. There's a lot of meth coming in and out of there. So.
I'm sorry. What happened was we came out of Steak and Shake and we got lost in there,
Yeah.
and then I would finally
No,
found
there's
my.
only one exit, so I'm gonna not even run you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go.
Oh, thank you.
You guys
Thank
don't
you
look
very
like
much.
you're doing any kind of meth, so.
No, thank you.
No,
Have a good night.
I'm not into that.
I'm definitely signaling on my way out of here now. What the fuck? I'm usually a guy who puts on my signals.
No, you were doing it. I know you were doing
And
it
I
because
think-
I was doing a song in my head with it.
She saw we were from North Carolina. We had a board game in our back, and we had Steak and Shake. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
I was really worried that she was gonna pull us out and search us for meth, and she would find meth on us, but like from sitting in that guy's car, like powder on our butts or something.
That would be funny.
That would have been so funny.
I don't even know how we'd explain. I guess your
from
video.
from that Uber.
Your video would have been the explanation.
Yeah. We're on the lookout for a guy who's an Uber driver. Who's a huge meth head. Maybe that guy from our Uber was from that building. He just got that bike.
Like you said, we probably all have coke up our asshole right now.
But she was like, "Are you guys staying at the Regal 8?" I thought she said Motel 6 because I just heard a word, a noun, and then a number. My mind was getting blown back here. I was like, "How did she know?" Like I was like, "She knows everything about us."
Brett here was just drinking his milkshake from Steak and Shake, and he found this in his milkshake. I think it's a piece of a spoon or something. It's plastic. You're not going to finish it? Oh, can I have it? Thank you, Brett.
I just put a piece of trash in there that was in my mouth.
I can't explain it. I mean, he wants the shake.
I can't explain it either.
He's hungry.
Now he has my trash shake.
I think I want to talk a little bit more about Halloween. There's so many instances in the movie to where, like, you could just cut things out. For example, like in the trailer where the kid's like, "Dad, look out, the bus!" Those two characters talk for a little bit, and it's like, why? There's just so many instances to where, you, like, dialogue or something is shown, and you're just like, why was that shown? That was unnecessary. What grade would you gentlemen give Halloween 2018?
I gave Halloween 2018 a 2 out of 5, 4 out of 10.
What letter grade? Because I go
F.
There's not one redeeming quality.
Yeah, sure there is. Oh, I like Jamie Lee Curtis. I think of my schooling, right? If you get a 60 or under, you fail.
Yeah.
But because you get a 55, you failed, but it's not like you didn't get some answers correct, right?
That's the educational system.
And that's
not the movie review
that's
system.
Carson's movie review system.
Okay.
Brett also gave it an F. What are you going to give it?
Either a C plus or a B minus. There's a lot of things I liked, but also a lot of things I didn't like, and I don't know how much is like outweighed by the other. So I think I'm gonna give it a C plus.
Hey, Alex.
Yes.
Say hi.
I changed the grade to a B minus because I like it more than I initially thought. And I'm chilling with my girl Alyssa here
Hi, guys. It's me again.
at her college here in Indianapolis. Carson and Brett just left me. I thought I'd swing by, give her a little visit. What did you think of Halloween 2018?
Well, it was all right, you know. I could have predicted it all in my head, you know. It was kind of like the other Halloween movies. You know he's not really dead. He's just going to show up again, and then the same thing's going to happen over and over, and people are just going to die, and it's just going to be the same occurring thing each movie.
That is actually a great way to put it. What letter grade would you give it?
A B. Not bad. Could have been better.
One up in me, huh?
Yeah.
We're just going to give out our pickups for the weekend. First movie I have not seen, that was Tremors. I do this really nerdy thing each October where I pick out 16 movies, I watch them all, and I kind of do like this March Madness tournament of what I like the best. And this is on my tournament this year, so I figured I'd buy it. I had heard a lot about it. It's during the reconnaissance, which I seem to enjoy. My final Blu-ray is the only one I have seen, and that was The Road. I think Viggo Mortensen's a great actor, wonderful post-apocalyptic movie. A little different than what you usually see. The last thing I got wasn't Blu-ray related, but I got that board game in honor of Sleepaway Camp. I got this summer camp slasher board game. This was something that Brett and I were both interested in.
Brett, what did you pick up, bro?
2 movies that I got is one I've heard a lot of great things, but I've never seen, and it is Collateral.
That is one of my all-time favorite movies.
No spoilers.
I know, no spoilers. I'm a huge advocate of not spoiling things, especially food. But just keep in mind that it's not like an action movie. It's a dramatic thriller.
That was like the one movie he recommended me all the time, and I watched it, and he was like, "Oh, what'd you think of it?" I was like, "Yeah, it was a good movie." And then he's like, "What?" He wanted me to say how amazing it was. But it's directed by Michael Mann, but Michael Mann has done much better films.
My second movie that I picked up was based off a recommendation by a pretty good friend, Mr. Garson. Get Shorty. I don't know much about this movie, but I know that it's supposedly pretty good.
It's got Gene Hackman, who's one of my personal favorite actors. So he got 2 LA-based movies, actually. One of my favorite things about the movie is how funny Gene Hackman is in it. And because, you know, I've known him from Unforgiven or Scarecrow or something like that, but he is so funny in this movie and just steals the entire thing. So I would definitely recommend watching it just for Gene Hackman.
I feel like I'm about to shoot like a porn.
No.
This is the start of all the porn.
Somebody order a big sausage pizza?
Because, like, I always show the... You do look so much like John Krasinski. That's why you're always so
Babe, I've been
quiet.
holding this.
And I picked up 2 movies, actually. That's right, Alex Labe actually picked up a movie and a video. Don't do that, that'll buzz the focus. You know who I learned that term from?
Freakin'.
I actually did. How did you know?
Educated guess.
The first movie I got is actually a DVD. The only reason I ever buy a DVD is if there's no Blu-ray. And only if it's for like a movie I really like. And this is a film that I watched. It's a William Friedkin film. It's a film called The Hunted, and I really like this movie a lot. The plot is basically Tommy Lee Jones is after Benicio del Toro.
It's called The Fugitive.
I know, like, there's some similarities to The Fugitive. The action fight scenes were just so well done. Like, Friedkin has so much range as a director. Like, he doesn't have one style of film. Like, he does so many different genres, and like he makes every single one of them work. Next up, I got The Family Man, which is a film that I really like. I've been looking on Blu-ray for a decent price for a while, and I finally found it, and I got it, and now I have it. I rule! You guys know you know what movie that's from?
No.
You ever see American Beauty?
Yes.
The keys.
I think that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Down below in the comments, let me know what you guys thought of the video. Let me know what you guys thought of Carson and Brett. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Labonimus, and add me on Snapchat at Label with 5 A's. You guys don't have any social media you want to plug, right? Aside from
Just
your
Letterboxd.
letterboxes?
Follow us on Letterboxd.
Until next time, bro.
Bye, Leba.
What?
No.
You too, bro. You too, bro.
Fun time.
Alright, guys. I'll see you later. Say bye, Brett. Say bye, Carson.
Goodbye, Leba. Goodbye.